Yo, it's Scott Joe Brella in the craze. Yeah. Yo, it's Scott Joe Bella, breaking the mold, spitting hot takes quick with pure gold. Mic check 1, 2, the squad's on fire, opinions cutting sharp, they'll never tire. Breaking balls on the airwaves, catch the spin. Every play-by-play, they're locked in to win.
Breaking balls, we're calling the plays. Scott Joe Bella, running the craze. Mic drop moments, never a stall. Turn the dial up, we're breaking balls. The stats, numbers like math whizzes. Bella's hot takes sizzle like mad quizzes. Scott drops jokes, curveballs in disguise. Three-man weave, they're the ultimate surprise. From the court to the field, every game we seize. Calling shots so smooth, butter on the breeze. Breaking balls, we're calling the plays.
Yeah.
Scott Joe Bella, running the craze. Mic drop moments, never a stall. Turn the dial up, we're breaking balls. Chair. Breaking balls, we're calling the plays. Scott Joe Bella, running the craze. Mic drop moments, never a stall. Turn the dial up, we're breaking balls.
Breaking balls, breaking balls, breaking balls, breaking balls, breaking balls, breaking balls.
Wrong frame already, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, cats and kittens. Welcome to the Breaking Balls Radio Broadcast Network. And thank you, which it'll hit because my stream deck's a little bit behind. I've been out of studio, man. We've been, me and Bella have been on the road hawking our wares. So we haven't, got to tune everything in again. I'm sure you understand it. I'm going to start this. I got a few things I'm getting to tonight. I have my 3 fantasy scenarios that will see the Dallas Cowboys, the Cleveland Browns, and the New York Jets in the playoffs. Now, I am a legitimate psychic. I somebody told me I was psychic, so I just kind of ran with it. And I did the math. I did the breakdowns. And I believe that I'm correct. I'm going to give you all 3 of those tonight as we progress. But I'm going to be starting with my own beloved Denver Broncos because I'm just sick to death of listening to this. The worst 10-2 team ever. This is the NFL, man. All right, and you don't accidentally win 9 games in a row. It doesn't happen. All right, it simply doesn't happen. There must be a formula. There must be something to it, and I'm going to be getting into that here before I get into my fantasy scenarios. So I appreciate you sticking with me through this. We have Bella and I have been running the podcast's crypto YouTube channel, and we were doing it for about 8 years. And I'm excited and saddened at the same time because I'm just tired of doing crypto content. It is nothing changes. Nothing changes in that space. It's either really, really bad or just kind of bad. And how often can you really keep going on talking about you're going to get screwed here, or here? And I'm exhausted. I'm exhausted with it. But I want to give all this up. We like the studio. We like our setup. We like our format. We like what we have going on. And I didn't want to give it all up. So I'm pivoting over to sports just because I love to broadcast and because I am a huge, huge sports fan. Now, the sad part is that I'm going to spend another year here going live to an audience of 0. I've already done this before. And what I've discovered on these journeys is that you have to really, really want it. You have to want it more than anything. And if you do, and you have just a little bit of skill, then sure, you can pull it off. But for the most part, it's agonizing. This will be agonizing, but worth it. It's worth it because I love to talk. I love to give my takes. I have a decent voice, and we have quite a bit of fun doing it, and that's really where it comes to, is fun. Now tonight is an unusual one because I don't have my producer. My producer is under the weather tonight. The lovely Lady Bell is under the weather, so I'm going to be doing this by myself tonight. But I wasn't too fussed because I didn't really believe that we were going to get too many viewers, so probably wouldn't matter. But yeah, there you go. Oh, and these guys right here, this is the Wave Wars team. This is where Bell or my guest would be, but they're not here tonight, so I just splashed up that banner. We're going to be entering into a partnership with Wave Wars. I love what they're doing over there. I love their hustle, and I like to work with energetic people. They are incredibly energetic. So if I can send some people their way, great. If they can send some people our way, that's even better. And it all comes down to Sigia. That's that one over there behind me. Why we do it, why we continue to do it, and why we try to do some outreach on this. So anyway, Joe, this part's for you. Yeah, it's just me, man. Yeah, this is for you. If you wanted to cut some shorts, now would be a real good time to start chopping them up. So I'm going to start right here with my own beloved Denver Broncos, because I'm just a little bit tired of it. We look, man, we have been bottom of the AFC West for years, ever since Manning hung it up. We've sucked. I mean, just awful. Bad quarterback after bad quarterback, to Russell Wilson, to extending Russell Wilson to bad quarterback. It's just, it hasn't worked out for us. So we, now that we actually have a little bit of shine on the turd, I'm going to bask in it, and I'm going to enjoy it. And listening to the whole worst 10-2 team ever, it's social narrative crap. They're not the worst 10-2 team, but they are a 10-2 team. They find ways to win. And this seems to be where sports and modern sports collides with social media, metrics, and all that other good stuff, is because they're not winning the way you think they should be winning. Therefore, it's like they're not winning at all. But the record says a different thing. It says that they're 10-2. And in the 2 games that they lost, this is true. I know you're not going to like it, but it's true. The first one, they lost on a leverage call. Who remembers leverage? Who's seen that flag thrown? But for some reason, with the Colts down by 2 with the closing seconds, 3 seconds left on the clock, and a 54-yard field goal that hooked right, the flag comes out and they get leverage. That's 15 yards. Knock the next one through. They win by and they win by 1. Colts win by 1. That was Denver's game the entire time, and that was a horse shit flag. The other game that they lost was to the Chargers by a field goal, a closing second walk-off field goal. That's it. They've lost 2 games by a grand total of 4 points total. That's not accidental. That's not the worst. That is just unfortunate that they even lost those 2 games. But they are the real deal because they keep winning. Now, they're going to be playing the Raiders again this weekend. I'm kind of excited for this game because I like to know that we're playing a team that is statistically weaker than us in effectively every category. But they play Denver hard, and Denver this year seems to be playing up or playing down to their competition, whichever way it is. They beat the Eagles. They beat the Texans. They beat Kansas City. They have just won against teams that people aren't winning against. But Denver is, and Denver will continue to do it. They simply find ways to win. So again, I understand it's not a textbook win, even though they racked, I think, what they hang on Cowboys, like 44 points on the Cowboys. I mean, they beat the hell out of the Cowboys. So they find ways to win, and maybe that's what football is about now. Now, my concern, because I know what the Raiders are going to do, I will give you my psychic vision into this right now, because that's what the last 3 weeks have been. You can't hold the ball against the Denver Broncos. You cannot hold the ball against the pass rush. You don't have 4.5 seconds to get rid of it. You just don't. You got to have it out of your hand in between 2 and 2.5 seconds. Kansas City did it. All these little short passes to the flat, just everything. And they had the same thing happen to them last week. That's all they were doing, is just running these terrible, terrible little short things because they know they can't stand up to the Denver pass rush. So then it comes down to the corners and man coverage. You got Pat Surtain on one side. Consider that side dead. If Surtain is on you, that is probably not the direction that you really want to go. Defensive player of the year, and he's going to get it again. So that leaves Riley Moss on the other side, who seems to be under an awful lot of fire for pass interference. He gets them all the time. I don't like the pass interference calls, but personally, I think that the NFL has gotten very, very soft on what is pass interference, because every other play is freaking pass interference one way or another. How are you supposed to cover these guys? It's going to get a little bit handsy. It's a contact sport. Now, Moss does some that are pretty vicious. I mean, he does do some that are, even I'm looking at that go, whoa. But most of the action is going to be coming over his way. So they're going to start shifting safeties. They're just going to start backing them up. Anything that's going to be happening on that side of the field, because we know where the passes are going to be going, you're going to have more defenders over there just like that. But you have to be able to protect your quarterback, and thus far, nobody's been able to. We get sacks when we need to get sacks, and it's going to happen again Sunday. This one, I'm really, really eager to looking forward to this. I've been questionable on effectively every game that we've played. I'm like, oh no, here we go. But no, I think they got this one. We beat them last time. It was an ugly game. I'm not gonna lie, man. That was an ugly, ugly game. But they won. So I would rather look awful and win than look spectacular and lose. That's just call me a purist on this. But that's what we're going to be seeing out of them. The road to the AFC Super Bowl is going to run through Mile High, and I don't think anything's going to change that there. Denver has a tiebreaker over the Colts. All Denver has to do is just keep winning. I mean, that's it. Just keep winning. They do have a tougher schedule. We got some teams coming up, but you can't really say that the schedule's been that soft considering who we were already playing. The Colts, the Chargers, the Eagles, which we won, by the way. I don't know if you know that. Did you know that one? That we beat the Eagles? Yeah, we beat the Eagles. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to this one and seeing how it goes. But that's not really the thing that has me terribly jazzed. I know my Broncos are going to be fine. I have no doubt about it. And I'm more than happy to continue to defend Bo Nix. As soon as Sean Payton learns how to use Nix correctly, Denver's going to be unstoppable, just unstoppable. There's a reason that they always show up in the fourth quarter. Over and over and over. And it is plain as day to me, and I cannot believe that other people are just simply not mentioning this. We're usually down in the fourth quarter. Denver trails a lot, and we're usually down in the fourth quarter. But come fourth quarter, all of a sudden we're playing catch-up. That means we're playing fast. That means the plays are coming at a better pace. That means that the pace from the ref getting out of the way to the snap, it's a lot faster. And it seems to me that Bo Nix plays better fast. It just seems like he is more in sync with his receivers, reads the defense very, very well, figures out what he's going to be doing, and is seeing 2 steps ahead when he's playing fast, as opposed to when Peyton simply keeps him locked up. Don't do this. This is all you can do. Don't change any of this. Let the kid cook, and I think he's going to be hanging more points on more teams. That's it. That's kind of the way that I'm seeing on that one. So anyway, let's see. Do we got? Oh, it's still just me. Cool. All right. So I'm trying to get my timing down here, guys. I haven't done this one before, or I haven't done this one this much and done it alone before. So I'm trying to get my rhythm down here a little bit. I hope you guys can give me a break. I'll get it. It's a lot easier when the team is here too, as opposed to trying to run a 3-man sports show by yourself. Gets a little weird. So Joe, as I mentioned, I got 3 of these set up, man. These are my fantasy scenarios. I'm going to be recording them, uploading those as videos just by themselves. Everything else, if you want to cut shorts, man. Knock yourself out. Let me wet the whistle here just a minute, guys. That is good. This is Iowa Distillery, Kentucky. It's just straight Iowa bourbon. That's what it is. Nice corn mash. The distillery's over in Cumming, Iowa. It's about 15 minutes from me. And I like to pop over there. And when I pop over there, I basically buy them out. I got 5 bottles sitting here back here on the shelf. So, yeah, that's my booze of choice. Just wanted to go ahead and get that up. Okay, let me me. All right. The Dog Pound Resurrection. That's what this is going to be. I've looked into my crystal ball. I've gazed deeply, and it came out and it told me, it showed me, it said, Scott, this is what's going to be happening. The Dog Pound Resurrection. We're going to start with Week 14 versus the Tennessee Titans. The Titans are limping in at 4-8, but running back Tony Pollard is a nightmare matchup. Browns strike first with a Myles Garrett strip sack on Will Levis, returned 22 yards for a touchdown by Jeremiah. Jameis Winston, who's stepping in after Dylan Gabriel's benching, slings 280 yards and 2 touchdowns to Jerry Jeudy, including a 48-yard sideline laser. Nick Chubb grinds out 112 yards, sealing it with a 4-yard plunge. Final, Browns 24, Titans 13. Cleveland is now at 4-9, and fans start whispering, hot streak. Very gently, hot streak. Week 15 at the Chicago Bears. Windy City wind whips through, but the Browns' ground game dominates a banged-up Bears defense. Chubb explodes for 142 yards and 2 touchdowns, exploiting gaps left by Montez Sweat's absence. Winston dodges 3 sacks from Montez Ford and hits David Njoku for a 35-yard score in the third. Caleb Williams retaliates. He ralliates Chicago to within 3 late. But Denzel Ward's interception on 4th and 10 with 1 minute 45 left lets the clock run out. Final, Browns 20, Bears 17. Now, they're 5-9. National headlines scream, Browns late surge or fool's gold. Week 16 versus the Buffalo Bills. Bills are 10-4. They are chasing the AFC East crown, but Josh Allen slips on Cleveland's icy turf 3 times. 2 fumbles scooped by Jordan Hicks. Winston matches Allen touchdown for touchdown. That's 3 apiece. But Cedric Tillman's 75-yard punt return touchdown flips momentum. Down 24-21 in the fourth, Chubb powers through for a 15-yard game winner with 2:03 left. The Bills' final drive stalls at the Cleveland 45 on a Garrett QB hit. Final, Browns 28, Bills 24. Now at 6-9, the Dog Pound erupts. Playoff odds, you ready for this? They tick from 0.1% to 12%, which leads us to Week 17 at the Cincinnati Bengals. Divisional bloodbath with Cincinnati at 7-7. Desperate for the playoffs. Joe Burrow carves up the secondary for 320 yards, but the Browns force 2 picks, one by Grant Delpit. Winston's FU football shines. 4 touchdowns, including revenge bombs to Jeudy and Elijah Moore. Chubb adds 98 yards in the back-and-forth thriller. Bengals tie it at 27 with 45 seconds left, but Winston's 28-yard scramble sets up a chip field goal as snow falls. The final, Browns 30, Bengals 27. Cleveland's 7-9 and controls their destiny. Sort of. Week 18 at the Baltimore Ravens. Now, this is a season finale, and it's flexed to Sunday Night Football. Ravens, projected at 10-6, they rest nobody. It's do or die for the 7 seed. Joe Flacco's revenge tour 2.0. He torments his old team with 265 yards and 2 touchdowns, one to Njoku on a crossing route. Lamar Jackson dazzles with 180 rushing yards, but 3 Ravens drops kill drives. Garrett's 3-sack masterpiece includes a game-sealing strip on 3rd and 7 with 4:12 left. Chubb's 22-yard touchdown run ices it. The final, Browns 20, Ravens 20. Finishing 9-9. Cleveland vaults in when the Colts lose to the Texans. This is all going to happen. That's the funny thing, is that it's like it already occurred. That's how much I like sports, and that's how much I like crystal balls, because it tells me everything that I need to know. The Browns are going to make the playoffs. Do they need some help? Of course they need some help. But the Browns are going to make the playoffs. This is what matters. I want you to think about that for a minute. I'm going to take a little break here. I'm doing this by myself. So if you could just indulge me for a minute, I'm going to flip screens, play you a song, come back up. I'm going to tell you how Dallas gets in. Dallas. And we're going to do that right after.
A bottle broke at my feet last night. Shards of glass, they caught the light. Whiskey River, it runs so deep. A secret I swore I'd never keep. Oh, the Whiskey River calls my name, burns my throat, sets my soul aflame. Drown my sorrows, lose my shame, but it all comes back the same. My shadow dances on the wall, moves like a ghost in a lonely hall. Every step's a heavy chain. Freedom's a lie wrapped up in pain. Oh, the Whiskey River calls my name, burns my throat, sets my soul aflame. Drown my sorrows, lose my shame, but it all comes back the same. Midnight cries from a howling wind. It knows the places I have been. I sold my heart, I sold my youth for one more taste of bitter truth. Oh, the Whiskey River calls my name, burns my throat, sets my soul aflame. Drown my sorrows, lose my shame, but it all comes back the same.
And ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, cats and kittens, welcome back to Breaking Balls Radio Broadcasting. And thank you. All right. I just laid out such a solid case for why the Browns make the playoffs. Again, man, look, it's a gift. All right, it's a gift. I have the gift. I know who's going to win virtually everything. Now, if I bet on it, it doesn't come true. So, like most superpowers, they come with they all come with something a little bit detrimental. Hey, Krypton, all right? Krypton. Look at Superman, huh? He ain't worth a shit. So I'm right about everything until I bet on it, and then once I bet on it, it doesn't work anywhere, man. That's my super weakness. But I'm absolutely right about the Browns, and I'm absolutely right about the Cowboys, which I'm going to get into right now. Now, I had to change it up a little bit because week 14, I bet on the game, so it didn't work out. And again, I just explained why. So I had to caveat this one just a little bit, but I'm going to go ahead and run through the rest of it because I promise I'm not going to bet. So they're all going to work out, and we'll just go ahead and record this up. It'll be on the show if you want to catch it. Joe, you ain't got to chop this up, and here we go. So starting with Tuesday, December 4th, Cowboys 30, Lions 14. Now, that's my fault. I bet on the game. And I did take the over, though. So there's something. It was a defensive meltdown and 3 turnovers. They sink Dallas and Detroit. 6-6-1. But, hey, it's fuel for the fire. And Jerry Jones tweeted, "This loss, it's our superpower now." But let's carry on to what will get them into the playoffs. Not what was upsetting, but what will get them into the playoffs. So, Sunday, December 14th, they're going up against a 4-8 Minnesota team. And Minnesota limps in on a 4-game skid. Their quarterback, Sam Darnold, throwing picks like confetti. Dallas dominates with a 35-17 rout. Prescott tosses 3 TDs to Lamb for 2 scores, and the run game gasses up for 200 yards behind Rico Dowdle. Key help. Eagles lose at home to the Giants, dropping to 8-5. Lions fall in Green Bay. Cowboys record 7-6-1. Now, the Cowboys, NFC East, Cowboys trail the Eagles by 1 game. Playoff odds tick up to 25%. That's what's going to happen in Week 15. Week 16, this is the momentum builder. They're playing the Chargers at the Cowboys. Now, per AFC West logs, that's what we're getting at this, crosses over punch drunk from a brutal schedule. That's the Chargers. Justin Herbert gets sacked 5 times by Parsons and company, and Dallas pulls away 31-20 in a sloppy, rainy affair at AT&T Stadium. Think 300 rushing yards for the boys, exploiting the Chargers' weak run defense. Dream twist. A late Chargers fumble. This has got a little hazy for me here. A late Chargers fumble seals it. Help rolls in. Eagles get throttled by the Ravens. I can absolutely see this falling to 8-6. Panthers upset the Bucks 24-21, staying at 7-7. 49ers stumble versus the Rams 27-24. Cowboys record now is 8-6-1. NFC East, they are tied with the Eagles at 8-6, but Dallas owns the tiebreaker via head-to-head. Lions drop to 8-6 after a loss to Seattle. Playoff picture. Cowboys leapfrog into number 9, sniffing wild card contention. That's week 16. Now week 17. This is the Christmas miracle on Thursday, December 25th. Cowboys at the Commanders. Washington hosts on Christmas Day, but Jaden Daniels' magic fizzles in the snow. Intercepted twice early. Dallas cruises 38-14 with Prescott gift wrapping 4 touchdown passes. Lamb hauls in 200 yards and a shutout second half. The Netflix stream glitches hilariously during the Cowboys' trick play. Touchdown, going viral. Massive help. Eagles blow a 17-point lead to lose at the Cowboys' divisional foe, the Giants, again. Dropping Philly to 8-7. Lions lose big to the Vikings. Darnold finally wakes up. Bucks hold firm, but Panthers fall to Atlanta 23-20. Cowboys' record is now 9-6-1. In the NFC East, Cowboys lead by 1 game, 9-5 win equivalent versus Eagles 8. NFC standing, Dallas vaults to number 7, edging the 49ers who lose to Seattle on conference record tiebreaker. Now, here's the big one. Week 18, this is clinchmas. Cowboys at Giants. New York. I'm going to give them a break and say that they're 5-11 because they have to beat the Eagles twice. So they're 5-11. They play spoiler, but Dallas seals the division with a gritty 27-20 victory. Parsons notches 3 sacks on Daniel Jones and a game-winning field goal as time expires after a controversial defensive pass interference call extends the drive. Prescott, 350 yards, 3 touchdowns. Now here's the clincher. Eagles needed a win versus the Commanders, but collapse 30-24 in overtime, finishing 8-8. Lions end 9-7 because they lose to the Packers. Panthers 8-8, lose to the Saints. Seahawks, Packers, and 49ers all secure 10-plus wins, but Dallas sneaks in as the East champs. The final Cowboys record is 10-6-1. This is what's going to occur. I am so excited to see it happen. I don't like the Cowboys, but a lot of people do. So I can see it. And you can't help what the crystal ball spits out to you. That's what it spit out to me. Mark my words, this is what will occur. I bricked it on week 14. I missed that one. That was my fault. That was my bad, and I apologize for anybody else who might have bet on that game. I was the one who broke it. But all the rest of this is very, very accurate. It's going to be an exciting, exciting season, finishing this thing up. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and just call this one. I'm going to get these videos posted up, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. I know it's that I'm saying you guys as if anybody was watching. Nobody was watching. Maybe you guys can catch it in the replay, though. You guys, you never know. Wonderful time. We're going to be hitting this a lot harder. I'm going to be all over this. I am reinvigorated and re-inspired simply to talk NFL, talk sports, talk Broncos, talk dogs, talk Steelers. I haven't even started picking apart the Steelers yet, but don't you worry, I'll get to that. I'm very excited to be starting on another journey. I made it work on one channel. I think we could do it on another one, man. Look, we're not analysts. We're not simply reading what we're fed. We are sports fans who simply want to talk sports. It feels like there's kind of a hole out here in the great broadcast sphere for that very thing. So we're simply here to fill it. Can't tell you our schedule right now, but I know that we're going to be putting up lots of shorts, lots of videos, and we will go live as we can. If we can establish an audience, we'll be going live a lot more. We like to go live. We like to interact. We don't want to talk to people. We want to talk with people, other sports fans. That's what it's about. Sports has always been community driven, and we just want to get in there and try to be a part of it. So if you caught any bit of this tonight, I certainly appreciate it. Next time, maybe we can get us some audience, get some chat going, just really have a good time with this. I'll have these things posted up, and that's it. I didn't even get to the Jets. I could have got to the Jets fantasy scenario. Hey, it could happen. You don't know. Nobody out here knows. I got a hunch, but you know what? Crystal ball says what it says. Anyway, guys, appreciate it. And we're going to catch you next time. So cheers.